the murder of Charlie Kirk was incredibly stupid, immoral, and just unbelievably counterproductive. That is how I feel about this whole situation, or the Charlie Kirk shooting itself. And first of all, if you feel any joy in like anyone, literally anyone being shot like that, I think you should look into your, like, go through a deep introspection, or however you say it, introspection, yeah, there. I don't like seeing anyone killed like that, anyone being killed like that. Maybe potentially the only exceptions are like a literal war criminals, like, you know, Hitler or Netanyahu, like maybe, but no, I don't condone that. Like, even if it's like these war criminals, you shouldn't do it like that. You should bring them to the Hague and then go through a righteous legal process and then, you know, punish them for their crimes. But like Kirk, yeah, he was genocidal. He was pro for Second Amendment or whatever, like pro like right to bear arms, and he said that some gun deaths are necessary to protect the Second Amendment, and he said a lot of hateful shit. But that doesn't mean it's okay to just straight up kill him, right? So there's that. And also, even if you think that, like, oh, you know, these hateful bigots, like, they should be, you know, it's justifiable to kill them or something, like, which is in my opinion, like, you know, crazy position to take, maybe, yeah. But even if you were to take that position, this attack just inflamed right-wing violent rhetoric, like, very much. It's unbelievable. Like, I can't overstate how this incident is gonna flame up right-wing rhetoric, violent rhetoric within the right, from the right. Because it's just... So I went to a counter protest against Canada First rally that was held in Christie Pitts in downtown Toronto on Saturday. And there, the fascists were holding like this white-black colored white-black picture of Charlie Kirk and like treating him as if he was like this martyr or whatever. And like even people that are not fascists, like, right, like it's fascists everywhere. Like I saw clips of like these right-wing morons in South Korea saying we are all Charlie Kirk, like chanting that in one of their rallies. And like everywhere around the world, right-wingers are treating Kirk as this martyr, and they're just flaming up their violent rhetoric against the left, even though the shooter himself was not on the left. He was basically apolitical from what we know. Like, we have to wait a little bit more, I guess, or even maybe not even a little bit, like much more, or I don't know if we'll ever know, but you know, we to know that like real actual motive from this guy. But he was not a lefty. Like there's no info that indicates he's a lefty, right? So like the right flame using this as this opportunity to attack the left in itself is stupid. But like even people that are not in like these hardcore right-wing circles, like kind of normie, light-ish, like you vote for Trump, but not like you don't really, you know, say much, or say or do much, a lot of political stuff other than voting. Like these kinds of people, I have a feeling that this incident, like of the Charlie Kirk murder, has kind of affected them in a bad light, if that makes sense. Like I subscribe to random like people that like film and post videos like this. Like, you know, I subscribe to a number of channels that are operate channels that post videos like this, just, you know, sharing their thoughts from your own room or wherever, these like daily ranty videos. I follow or I subscribe to a couple of these channels, and some of them, like, I didn't know they were conservative when I subscribed, but they and they don't really talk about politics much, like, but like I've seen multiple of them, many of them, that like don't even talk about politics that much, like just straight up saying that, oh, you know, Charlie Kirk was murdered and it's really sad, and so on and so forth, and you know, Kirk made a lot of great points or whatever. um and you know, they're entitled to their own opinions, like I won't unsubscribe from them just because of that. Like I am someone that can agree to disagree, unless, you know, you're straight up pro genocide or something. But you know, unless you're like very hateful person, um yeah, and even if they are like, you know, as long as they don't, you know, aggressively like say stuff or do stuff or something like that, I won't unsubscribe. But anyways, like the point is, this incident has like painted a very negative oh sorry, this incident has definitely like affected a lot of people, and it's, I don't think this can be like underestimated, right? Like, you know, not that the division was not already very deep within the United States society and around the world for that matter, but this murder probably deepened it much more. So it's just really sad. But with that all being said, I do think that it's kind of ridiculous that Kirk's murder is like treated as if it's a very important thing, which I mean it is, but when there is a literal genocide going on in Gaza Strip, and like countless babies, children, citizens, women, like everyone's being genocided as we speak. Everyone's being murdered by the terrorist entity of Israel. So, like, I just can't stop thinking, like, why is this right-wing moron's death treated as if it's very important, but not these lives? Like, aren't all lives supposed to be equal? Like, that's the thought I do really have. And so, you know, it's just really sad what's going around the world. And I do try to, like, make a difference, like, protest, post stuff on social media, spread awareness, boycott. Like, I do flyering, I do everything I can, but it just doesn't seem to be getting any better. And you know, if we don't, if we stop doing these things, then it's gonna like get much worse. So there's no option but to keep resisting. But it's just sad. So yeah, that was my yapping session today. Peace. Free Palestine.